Hi, everyone. It is Jan with Nebula Concepts Holistic Coaching, your holistic life coach. And it is a Toolbox Tuesday. And today we are going to talk about your relationships with money. I know that in the past, I had a toxic relationship with money. Um, as I said, that I thought that money was the root of all evil. That is what I learned when I was growing up. I don't know about you, but I always talk about my taking, joining van life, buying a van 4 years ago and going on the road and starting van life. One of my, and I say that, tell you that did it to try and get over some fears that I had. One of those fears was not having enough security. And because my belief in money, I had a love-hate relationship with money. It stopped me from doing a lot of things. And one of the things that fears that I wanted to get rid of was, hey, how's it going? I had someone jump in. Just put your name in the comment and let me know who's here because I'm using StreamYard and I unfortunately can't see who you are. So just put your name in there. Let me know who's here and I'll say hi to you. So one of my fears was security. You know, I had this feeling of lack, of scarcity with money. I lived paycheck to paycheck, and I always told everyone that I was one paycheck. Oh, it's Ken. Hi, Ken. How are you doing? And I apologize for everyone. I'm working with technology, and it wants to not what I give it the instructions to do. I know that it said that this live was going to be at 9 o'clock tonight, but that was incorrect. And it's Carly. Hi, Carly. How are you doing today? So my lives will always be at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And even though Facebook may say something incorrectly, me and Facebook are having some discussions right now. It blocked me for 24 hours because it thought last week's Toolbox Tuesday had inappropriate content. I don't know why, but it blocked me. I contested it. It released my video, but it still had me blocked, so I couldn't do Wellness Wednesday. So tomorrow, I'm going to do both the Wellness Wednesday from last week because I want to talk about all the foods you can eat that fall within the first chakra, and also do the Wellness Wednesday for this week, which will be about all the foods that fall within the second chakra. So, and I talk about the chakras. There's 7 of them in the body. They start off, actually, the first one is your root chakra, and then your sacral, that's around your belly button, your third chakra, which is around your diaphragm, your heart chakra, your throat chakra, and your third eye chakra, as well as your crown chakra. And these are just energy centers within your body that um, different beliefs kind of filter through to these different um, energy centers, and they um, affect you emotionally and physically in different ways. I have been working with them because I have had um, hip problems. I've had parts of my body affected throughout all the chakras. And with working with each chakra, I have definitely found that, healing those emotions that fall within that energy center has definitely helped me heal that part of the body. I have had, like I said, gluten issues, which caused other issues within me. And and someone said your parents told you to get married at 16 because of money. I understand because I had the same problem. That was one of the fears that I wanted to get rid of was that my parents wanted me to get married right after high school because they felt I couldn't take care of myself. So by starting van life, buying the van, going across country, not knowing really where my next paycheck was going to come from, I proved to myself that For one thing, that once you allow, money to flow into your life and you change your attitude, your relationship with money, that you take away a lot of those limitations that you have. One of my limitations was that I didn't believe in myself because I thought I needed a man to take care. At least that's what I was taught. It's not necessarily what I believed, but that's what I was told from a young age. I was able to create security for myself, and I was really shy. I was painfully shy, and a lot of people are surprised by that now. And it has changed because of, several different jobs I've had in my life that have helped me build self-confidence, and that I did this adventure. And Carolyn and Mace calls it, when you are going through the darkness of the soul, that a lot of spiritual healers go into the desert. And so this was my going into the desert. I jumped in a van. I drove across country. I was forced to relate with people. Was forced to um, have more self confidence in myself, that I could take care of myself and get things taken care of, and know that I had the ability to create an income for myself wherever I went, which I had the skills to do. Like I told you, by profession, am a personal chef. And when I've left Oregon, one of my paychecks that I was relying on to get me across the country fell through because the person who wrote the paychecks quit, and I couldn't wait for. I decided that I didn't need to wait for that to be cut for me to start this trip. And by starting out and just leaving and knowing that I could do it, I took away those limitations that I had before, and I achieved something. I showed myself that I could achieve something that before I completely blocked out of my life because I was too afraid. One thing is that, I got rid of the fear and the belief that money is all evil. All it is it's energy. It's a tool. We're energy beings. And that's what's led me to learning about chakras, because it teaches us about the energy centers in our body and how we have the ability to change our reality around us, as well as heal our body from within, as well as our emotions. And leaving and depending on myself to provide what I needed, which, is gas and fuel for me and the vehicle. um I set out, and money kind of found me on the way. Made it down to, I knew I had enough money when I left Oregon to get to my brother's, and I decided, you know what, I'm just going to do it. This is my adventure that I wanted for myself, and I'm just going to do it. And I'm just going to wait for things to kind of the parachute to open after I jumped the cliff. Guess what? Parachute did open. As soon as I got to my brother's, I found a part-time temporary job that was for the weekend that gave me enough money to spend some time with my brother, as well as make the next leg of my trip. And so I did that all along the way until I made it to my destination, which was Huntsville, Alabama. And the first day that I got down there, I already had a job before I got there. I jumped online and was able to set up an interview on the road. And so I knew that I had money waiting for me. And the first day I got there, I landed the best job that I'd ever have yet to have in my life, which is the personal chefing job, which with someone that I'm still best friends with. And because I was able to dispel those beliefs that I had learned, that I was able to create an adventurous life and to create the life that I've been dreaming about, which was to travel. And, I had come across van life. I was going through a big transition, and I didn't know what I wanted to do for the, rest of my life. I could have stayed in a job that I was unhappy in, and um, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I wanted to explore. And being able to jump into the van and go different places, I was able to do that exploration and find, where I was happiest, what jobs I was happiest at. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I kept the same beliefs that I had before. I have here, of course, remember everybody, I have only comes up as Facebook users. So when you make a comment, go ahead, put your name in there. Just say, hey, this is Carly, or hey, this is Ken. I have Facebook user says money was my security most of my life. I was spiritually bankrupt. I can completely understand that. I was working jobs that I didn't like just because I needed to have money coming in. And so I was not happy or satisfied, and I was always looking for outs. I was looking to, make money in other ways, and that was my main motivation, was to make money. Anytime I did my hobbies or anything like that, I was like, how can I make money at this? And I know that when you have something that you enjoy, it's a good way to find a vocation with that. But what I was doing is that my main motivation was out of fear, and that doesn't make, when you're trying to do something, you don't find satisfaction and you don't stick with it. And I always had a hard time sticking with anything. And I never, when I tried to make things to sell, I would never make anything for myself. I'd always make it to make money. And there's just kind of a hollow experience with something like that, because I never made myself important enough that I would make anything for myself. So definitely changing my gratitude towards life. I started finding abundance around me. And once I started seeing that there was abundance around me, even in things that didn't cost any money, I started finding the abundance in what did cost money, and more things started coming into me. And some of it was that I was also trying to fill a hole with buying things all the time. And the purchasing of it still, it was like filling an empty hole, just kept throwing it down that empty hole. And what I've learned with gratitude and seeing that there's abundance all around me is that I have found that it's the experience that you get. I have met some incredible people along the way, and several journeys that I have participated in. And I appreciate that with living in a van, I can't have a lot of extra items to carry around because I just don't have the room. So I've learned to take care of what I do have and appreciate what I do have. And that and seeing that, just having that extra thing that is just there, and it doesn't create an experience with another individual, is just unnecessary for me now. I definitely find more appreciation with what helps bring me together with other people, and have the enjoyment that you get with being around people that you love, and people that are, meaningful in your life. So anything that money helps bring me to that point in my life. It may provide the gas for me to travel to where I want, to have the experiences that I want, and meet fascinating people along the way. It may be something that a gift that I can share with a loved one that we can share together. And it's definitely changed how I give gifts as well. I try to give something that I can, the person that I'm giving it to, the recipient, can either share with me or share with someone else, and we can continue um, to enjoy our lives together. Carly says, I have never had money. I have what I need. Don't like having lots of possessions. I understand that. And I can understand the not having money part. Um, and if that's what makes your life comfortable, that certainly is what is good for you. Um, I know, like for me, thinking that it was greedy to think that, to have more things, it's what kind of kept me back from, restricted me from being able to get out and have the adventures that I wanted to have. And it's not something that I allow to have power over me anymore, because I don't stop myself a lot of times, not all the time. I still find myself restricting myself, but I definitely find when there's something that I want to do, I definitely find the resources to make it happen. And that's the point, is that money is just a tool. It's just a vehicle to have better experiences in your life. It can't buy happiness, but it definitely can help get you to the where a feel gets you to the location where you can find that happiness. And that is, once you change your attitude that it's not this evil thing and let it control your life, then you can start to see all the other things in life. And that's what it was I was doing, is I was letting it control my life, and I was feeling unhappy because I felt the lack. Once I got away from that feeling that I needed to make more money in order to be happy, that I had all that around me already, but that it was something that just is helps you to get what you want. It's not something that's bad. I even appreciate paying my bills now, because I appreciate what it gives to me, because my cell phone allows me to do things like this and to talk to my family and to be able to find things in my life that I want to do. And so I appreciate when my bills come and I get them all paid. It's a huge satisfactory moment for me, that I get to appreciate all of those benefits that come from what I just paid for. And so I don't feel stressed out. I don't feel afraid. And I have definitely started to enjoy my life much, much, much more. And let me tell you, with being in my van, that gives me a lot more freedom. And I've just recently sold my van, and now I have an RV, so I have even more freedom. And so it actually more room within my freedom. I am going to continue my adventures and not be afraid to do anything. And my point of this is that take a look in your life and see, what limitations. I talked about that yesterday. So see what limitations you're giving yourself, and try to do the opposite. And sometimes taking that step, taking that risk, will help change all that for you. So, well, I appreciate everyone who came and joined me today. And thank you all for joining in. And I love visiting with everyone and hearing your responses. And so I hear one of someone saying I was a workaholic, made a lot of money. My heart was closed emotionally. I lost family, friends, and myself in the fear that I was aware of until my heart cracked open. I had the same thing happen. I have a feeling this is Ken. It sounds like you, Ken. And that's what I was doing. I felt like I was working all the time. And when you're working all the time, you have money, but you don't have time or energy to be able to spend that money. So it's a matter of just finding that balance. We all need to have money coming in our lives. It's just a matter of finding the right way, um, and the right amount of time and energy to put into getting that money, but also getting out of it what works out, gives you the best experience in life as well, because it is our right to find happiness in this life. And part of that is going out and having those experiences that bring you those happiness. And for me, it's traveling. I don't know what brings happiness for you, but certainly I hope that you can find that balance. And um, if you have a toxic relationship like I had with money, I hope that you can find a better relationship with it and see that it is just a tool to get what you want in life and have that happy life that we all deserve, that it doesn't mean everything. And then for me, my experience has been is that once I let go, I've had actually more coming in. And so I have, um, because there's more that I want to experience in life. And so I have found a way to have that more to come in with me, to me, so that I can expand what my experiences are and see more places and have more fun hiking and all the things that I like to do. So I hope that you can find that relationship if you have that toxic relationship with money. Just see it as a vehicle. It's a tool. It's just energy, and energy flows in and out of us. The sunshine is energy, and that flows into our body, and money can flow to us in the same manner. So, everyone, have a good rest of your Tuesday today, and I will see you tomorrow for Wellness Wednesday. Technology has been working a little bit better for me this week, so I hopefully will not have any technical difficulties like I did last week. If I do, I will definitely let you know. And that way, if we can get this Wellness Wednesday and talking about food and how food can become medicine for you as well. Well, have a great rest of your day, everyone. Bye.